Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. So, we are the group Yellow, Green, and the White. So, today we're going to present our learning plan. So, our learning plan title is all about the interactive learning plan. So, the proponents is, yes, the group Yellow, Green, and the White. Our learning areas is the Math Grade 9, fourth quarter, and we have five days of learning plan. So the content standards is the learner demonstrate understanding of the basic concept of trigonometry. So for the performance standards, the learner is able to apply the concept of trigonometric ratios to formulate and solve real-life problems with precision and accuracy. So for the parts of the learning plan, so we have the day and time, learning competencies, learning tasks, which has four types. It is the conceptualizations, discussions, independent practice, assessment, and the last is the ICT integrations, which is the hardware and the software. So for the day one, which is the Monday from 8:30 to 10 a.m., the learning competencies is this illustrates the six trigonometric ratios sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, and cotangent. For the contextualizations, the students will be given 15 minutes to look for a tree inside the campus to find its height using a trigonometric ratio. Draw an illustration and explain how the height of the tree was computed. So for the discussions, the teacher will present a PowerPoint presentations and have a discussions about the topic. So the students will have an independent practice, which is the teacher will conduct an oral recitations about the topic. For the assessment, the teacher will give a quiz, and for the ICT integrations, i- in, in the hardware part, the teacher will use laptop and projectors. In the software, the teacher will use PowerPoint presentations in presenting the lesson. So for the day 2, which is Tuesday from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m., so the learning competencies is finds the trigonometric ratios of special angles. So in the learning task, so contextualizations, students will be grouped into five groups. Each group must write a real life problem that can be solved using 30 degrees, 60 degree, 90-degree triangle with a 12-meter hypotenuse. Illustrate the problem with complete solutions. For the discussions, the teacher will show a short clip that has a connection to real life situations related to that topic. For the independent practice, the students will have a group discussions. Now, in terms of the assessment, students will be given an assessment that corresponds to the respective lessons. For the ICT integrations in hardware, so where the teacher will use laptop and projectors. For software, the teacher will use PowerPoint presentations or other application in presenting the video.
So, for day 3, which is Wednesday, 8:30 to 10 a.m., the learning competency is illustrate angles of elevation and angles of depression. So, for the contextualization, students will find their pair, then pick one person to measure his or her height as well as the length of her or his shadow. Then, using the appropriate trigonometric ratio, find the angle elevation and sketch the picture. Then, for discussion, the teacher will discuss the lesson through PowerPoint presentation. Then for independent practice, The student will present their outputs in front of the class and give a statement that relates the topic. Then for assessment, the teacher will give written exam. For the hardware, the teacher will use laptop and projector. The software, the teacher will use PowerPoint presentation or other applications in presenting the lesson. For day 4, which is Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. So the learning competency is uses trigonometric ratios to solve real-life problems involving right triangles. For contextualization, students tasked to write a problem that involves right triangle using the situations found in the school and provide solutions to this problem. For the discussion, the teacher will present and discuss the lesson using PowerPoint presentation. Then for the independent practice, the teacher will discuss the answer of the problem. For assessment, the teacher will give a problem solving exam. Then for the hardware, the teacher will use laptop and projector. For the software, the teacher will use PowerPoint presentation or other application in presenting the lesson.
So in day 5, Friday, for learning competency is illustrates law of sines and cosines. Learning task for the contextualization, the teacher will provide an illustration, then the students will create a problem situation based on what they see in the illustration, and they're going to present a solution to the problem they made. For the discussion, the teacher will present and discuss the lesson using PowerPoint presentation. For the independent practice, the teacher will present a video showing the answers of their activity and explain it to the class. And for the assessment, the teacher will give a long exam. In ICT integration, for the hardware, the teacher will use laptop and projector. And for the software, the teacher will use PowerPoint presentation or other applications in presenting the lesson.
So for in part 2, we have 5 days of our learning plan. And the first day is, uh, our first day of the learning competency is illustrates the six trigonometric ratios, sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, and cotangent. And for the specific daily learning outcomes is the learner can discuss the six trigonometric ratios. The learner can identify the six trigonometric ratios. And for our daily procedures, first is we start the class with a prayer. And next is the teacher will have a roll call in each student alphabetically. And then we present the objectives. And for our objective of the day 1, we will discuss the trigonometric ratios, identified the six trigonometric ratios. And for our lesson, we will have a review. So the teacher will ask the following questions to test the students if they remember the past lessons. And the teacher will ask the class about the previous lesson, what they learned in the previous lesson, ask the student if they really learned the past lessons. And for a motivation, we will introduce the game called 4 Picks 1 Word. Using the images used about trigonometric ratios, let the students guess what is the hidden word. And for our discussion, the teacher will start the discussion with a video presentation using a projector about the six trigonometric ratios. And during the discussion of the lesson, the teacher will use a PowerPoint presentation as an instructional material. And next, for our activities, the students will be given 15 minutes to look for 3